Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the brand new hero, Tisephon, who's probably French, and it is a brand new necromancer hero in the game Art of Conquest. So we're going to do a general overview. I'll give you my first impressions with it all. So with that, let's jump on in. And the first big noticeable thing is he is a necromancer, or she is a necromancer. So Tisephon is a necromancer. We only have two other necromancers in the game. We have Ophidia, and we also have Gazul. Also, if I am mispronouncing Tisephon's name, just let me know in the comment section. I'm sure that will blow up like no tomorrow. So since this is a necromancer, that means that we are relatively limited as far as what we can do for gear. Based on kind of the description and also the little summon things that it has, I think increasing crit rate in anything to increase damage is probably preferred. For like the major armor pieces, I don't have the full dragon set available for all three pieces, so I'm using the craftable set so that I can get plus 20% more damage. Ideally, you probably want the full dragon set. I did throw on the crit earrings just so that there's a little bit more crit chance, and I threw on a tag staff because I like tag. I'm playing as Lich, so tag is kind of really important to me. And for the book, I'm sure you guys can play around and find something that works pretty well. So it looks like the potential is actually already out for this hero, which is pretty wild. I have not done that yet, but let's check out the summary. So Tisephon, their summary is once the bridge between dragons and mankind, Tisephon, the Dragonborn queen, has long since faded into legend. When the humans attacked the lair of a dragon, the dragon's anger was so fierce that it awoke Tisephon and her ancient whelps in the abyss which they slept. Heard in enrage, Tisephon vowed to get her revenge on the greedy humans of the land. So, lots of stuff with dragons and the whelps. Well, let's jump on in. Let's check out the abilities. So the first one is Dragonborn. What this does is, in order to deploy Tisephon, it costs 3 energy. So this is like a Jax. This is like all of those wonderful types of heroes. So Tisephon only trusts dragons and so cannot bring any troops with her. So it's kind of like, I think it's Fenrir is another one that can't bring troops with him, and Bane can only bring one. So this makes sense. Tisephon does not like mankind. And I'm assuming that's true with Lich as well, because they're just dead mankind. So what happens is every 20 seconds she summons a Welp Soul to help her in battle, and the stats are equal to 25% of her own. Tisephon's dragons can't be selected. It always attacks Tisephon's targets first. A maximum of 2 Welps can be deployed on the battlefield at once. The Dragon Heart ability determines this limit. So this has a lot of information. First is every so often it starts off at 20 seconds. We can reduce this, which is good. She basically summons something that cannot be targeted. So imagine the little dragon that comes out of the Ring of Ragnar, something along the lines of that, where you can't attack it. So that's good because that means it's not going to die. Now, when they come on the battlefield, they have 25% of her stats. So you want to get her stats up, but remember, it's a depreciating value. There might be other skills that we can increase this so that they get more of her stats. And a maximum of 2 can be on the battlefield. So what I foresee as a reasonable goal is to decrease the summoning time, increase the stats that the Welp Souls inherit, and get as many Welp Souls on the battlefield as possible. So let's jump on in. The first one is going to be Welp Soul. I do have this maxed out, and what this does is Welp Soul's summon interval is decreased by 9 seconds, and the stats are increased to 66% of Tisephon's stats. This, I think, just kind of makes a lot of sense because we want to get as many Welp Souls out there as possible and make them as strong as possible. So every 11 seconds, she'll be able to summon another one, and they are going to be drastically stronger. 66% is way higher than 25%. Next, we have, I put 2 points in this for some reason, the Surgering Fury. Oh, okay, so just so you guys can see my skill stuff, I've been playing around with this. I did max out the Dragonheart. I have the Reprisal almost maxed out, the Vengeful Gaze, the Angry Stare, and the Surging Fury. I just have 2 points in there each. This is not an ideal build yet. I'm still playing around with her. But anyways, the Surging Fury, what this does is if Tisephon or her Welp Souls use basic attack against target that deals a critical hit, hence my crit earrings, enemy units within the target area will take additional magic damage equal to 27% of Typhon's or the Welp Soul's attack and are given Surging Fury debuff that increases any damage they take by 10% and is stackable. This looks like a awesome skill. This could be a fantastic 1-point wonder. And I say that because yes, the magic damage does go up by a couple percentage, but the stackable portion is way more important. So having causing the debuff that increases damage taken by 10% and stacks up to 100%, that alone is kind of massive. So I think that I mean, max out everything if you can max everything out, but it's not realistic. So I think that the stackable increased any damage taken is just that's so good. They're minimum 1 point. Next we have Angry Stare. So whenever Tisephon deals damage to a target, the target is given an Angry Stare debuff and it's unstackable for 4 seconds. So they either have this or they don't. So enemies with it have a 0.6% greater chance of taking a critical hit when attacked by a Welp Soul. And this goes up to 0.9%. This probably goes up higher and higher based on, was it the Fury one, where every time that they take a critical hit. So I have a feeling that for the Angry Stare, we are going to want to get this up higher, and I bet you that percentage increase goes up higher and higher as you bring the hero up. In fact, we can go check that out right now, and I believe this is the Angry Stare. So if we bring this up, alright, it actually only goes up to 4.1% greater chance. So that's not, I mean, that's helpful, but it's not like over the top crazy. So this might be a good skill to get, 5-6 points in. It doesn't exponentially grow, but I mean, to get all of those debuff stacks going, you are going to want the crits. So Angry Stare, great skill. Next we have Vengeful Gaze. So when Welp Souls use basic attacks, so this is only from the summonable mini dragons, they give their targets a Vengeful Gaze debuff. This does stack. Every 5 seconds, Typhon's next basic attack deals additional magic damage equal to 2.5% of the target's max health. Magic damage dealt increases by 5% for each Vengeful Gaze debuff on the target, up to a maximum of 250%. Percentage-based damage cannot deal critical hits, and it looks like this goes up 0.5 each. Vengeful Gaze looking real strong. So a couple different things with this. So the Welp Souls, will mark the target, and then Tisephon has to be the one that hits that marked target, and then boom, tons of percent health max damage. This right here, we should probably bring up higher than 2. That's just unbelievably strong. Next, we have Reprisal. So after every 5 basic attacks, Welp Soul's next basic attack will deal magic damage equal to 340% of their attack. If Vengeful Gaze has been activated, any damage dealt adds another Vengeful Gaze debuff. So at a minimum, and I think I went with 8 because that's the first time it goes from 6 basic attacks down to 5. And it looks like at 9 it's still at 5, so I just left it like that. So a couple things. If the Welps have 66% of the stats of the Necromancer hero Tisephon, this means that after every 5 basic attacks, it's going to do a really big attack. So it's 340% of the 66% of the Tisephon. So really that's almost a double damage from Tisephon. I don't know if that makes sense. Almost a double damage at this point. I think that this makes sense, and it brings up their attack. Now that I'm looking at this, though, part of me thinks that I just bring up Vengeful Gaze because that percent max health damage is just so utterly amazing, especially if that goes up at a decent amount. So what's that? Level 3 is 3%. 4, 5, 7, 9 would be 6% max health. That's pretty wild, and it can increase up to 250%, which is, geez, you could get over 12, 15% max health damage potentially. That's pretty wild. So I might bring the reprisal down and bring up the vengeful gaze. The last one is Dragonheart. So with Dragonheart, Tisephon summons a Welp Soul to help her fight in the field immediately at the beginning of the battle. So no matter what, you want points in this because you want Welp Souls out there as fast as possible, and as many as possible, and as strong as possible. Next, the maximum number of Welp Souls on the battlefield is increased to 5. Each Welp Soul on the battlefield increases the attack speed of Tisephon and her Welp Souls by 30%. Maxes skill out. Really, really simple, really, really easy. This one is a no-brainer. We want as much attack speed, that way we can stack on all these things. Basically, what I get from Tisephon in my overall view of it is, imagine Ophidia, but without casting the snakes in different areas. It's as if Ophidia is just summoning untargetable snakes around her, and then they all deal damage on like the same target, just boom, 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 and it's all the stackable debuffing, increased damage taking, percent max health damage. This hero has a ton of potential. A ton of potential. Is this hero blowing it away in Dual Tower? I don't think so, not right this second. It's not like the most overpowered thing in the entire world. However, what I can say is this hero is performing very well, considering that they don't have any unique or special gears yet. And I have a feeling that as this hero gets different things like Drake sets and +1 items and all of that wonderful, fun stuff, this hero is just going to become stronger and stronger. So overall, I'm very happy that I got this hero. Hero looks very promising. Looks like it can deal a bunch of damage. The Welp Souls on the battlefield are really cool. They will stack up. You can get them relatively fast. With the prolonged fights, the longer that the fight goes, assuming that Tisephon stays alive, the better and better that Tisephon is going to do. So, with that, guys, if you guys want a follow-up video to see me use her in battle and kind of get my thoughts on her after doing some testing, let me know by leaving me a comment down below. Best thing you can do to help support the channel is smash the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, all of that amazing stuff. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a wonderful day. Take care.